Good afternoon, Cherries. Well, this is CCAMS TV's Daily Issues, and I have with me a very young, beautiful woman or lady in Africa's regalia who is going to talk to us more and give us more insight about Martinet International School and the BC that just ended. So that's setting the ball rolling. Let's get the chat going. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine.
So what's your name?
My name is Judy Kumsi.
Okay, Judith, I happen to know you are from Martinet International School.
Yes, please.
So can you tell us about Martinet International School?
Okay. So Martinet International School is a very good school. They teach. We teachers also educate us.
Okay. By the way, congratulations on your just ended BEC. So, getting forward, how was the BEC?
It was cool.
How cool was it?
Okay. I thought it was somehow difficult.
Somehow difficult, somehow cool. So what made it difficult?
Okay, some questions.
Like?
French.
French. Okay. So without French, what other thing made it a bit difficult?
There were some complicated questions.
Okay. So were the invigilators able to get it going?
Yeah.
Okay. So aside that, nothing was the problem?
Yes, please.
Okay. I happen to hear that there was BNI around some centers. Did you encounter them?
Yes, please.
So how was the experience?
Okay. They were very strict on us.
Strict on us? How strict were they on you?
They mostly come to the class whether people are using phones. But nobody was using phones.
So they didn't get anyone to arrest or anything like that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So last question, maybe last but one. Which school did you want to attend?
I wanted to attend Accra Girls.
Accra Girls. So Miss Judith, looking at the unemployment rate in our country right now, after BEC that you've just written, would you like to go for apprenticeship? Vocational or technical institutions or secondary institutions?
Secondary institutions.
What is your reason?
I want to learn more about secondary school.
Okay. So aside that, what course are you offering?
Home econs.
Food and nutritional clothing. Which means you want to become a fashionist. So after that, what are you going to do?
I want to learn how they sew dress.
Okay. Which means you go into apprenticeship to fully prepare for fashion.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Cherries viewers, this is CCAMS TV's Daily Issues. We have this question on board. Anyone who wishes to answer, you are free to go. So apprenticeship, vocational or technical institutions or senior high institutions, choose your choice after this BEC. So Miss Judith, we are about to set off. So would you want to tell us anything about Cherries, your friends, your families, if you have anything to say to them?
Okay, I would like to tell my friends to learn hard. It's not anything difficult. It's force, they can make it.
Okay. What also do you have to tell Martinet students and the teachers?
They really done well to us, and I would like to tell them to keep it up.
Okay. So this is for you, Martinet International School. And parents, guardians, and people watching us, just enroll there. Enroll your children and you never regret it. Keep watching CCAMS TV's Daily Issues. I still remain your main man of the day that night. Stay tuned. Come to CCAMS TV's Daily Issues this afternoon. I still have with me a student from Martinet International School. We are continuing our conversation. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you doing?
Thanks.
You are looking good, by the way. Congratulations. What's your name?
Bismarck.
Okay, so can you tell us about Martinet International School?
Martinet International School was established in the year 2007. Yes, and Martinet International School has grown so many students that have been able to go through the BEC so good, and they brought out good results.
Okay, so throughout your stay at Martinet,
yes,
what was your experience?
Oh, there's been a lot of experience, and one of them is we have to wake up 2 o'clock to study. Yeah, we study till 4. Then we go back to our classrooms. Then we continue the studies.
Okay, so what are the things you've learned during your stay at Martinet?
I've learned that in this life, if you want to make it, you have to study. You have to acquire knowledge before you can apply anything that you want to do.
So were you able to acquire this knowledge you sought at Martinet?
Yes.
Okay. So you just finished BEC, right?
Yes.
What was the experience?
Well, it was thrilling, and it was. We expected that BEC would be something that is scary, but I'm telling everyone that BEC is not that scary. It's the next phase of life.
Okay, so is BEC just an exam or is a test?
Well, it's a test to examine what you've learned so far from class 1 to form 3. You can't be in the school for 9 years and they will bring an examination in the campus. So it's just a test.
So there's an assurance that once you're at Martinet, you can pass. What is the assurance?
Well, the assurance is you're going to pass. It's obvious.
It's obvious.
Yes, it's
Once
obvious.
you're at Martinet, you pass.
You pass.
Okay, so was anything uneasy during the BEC?
Yeah, a subject like French. I found it a bit difficult with it.
Why?
Some of the questions were unexpected. Yeah, like
since you were groomed for it, French
yeah,
is French.
French is
It's a
French.
language,
Yes, it's a
right?
language. I can agree with you on that, but we all have our ups and downs.
Okay,
So that
I'll buy that. So concerning the BNI, what was your experience? How were you expecting that, or it was unexpected, or?
actually we were informed about it, but
Okay.
when they came inside, the pressure in there was very high. They started going around, they went through rows and columns, and they now gave new orders about our sitting arrangements. Yes, so there was a bit change in our sitting arrangements. That was what made people feel a bit shaky.
Okay, so concerning the sitting arrangement, was it favorable before BNI or it was unfavorable after BNI?
It was favorable.
Before or after?
It was favorable before they came, and after they came too, it was favorable because at least we studied. We learned we learned very well, so we were fully prepared.
So with Martinet in question, nothing was the problem?
Nothing was the problem.
Okay, last question. Concerning unemployment rate in our country right now, and you being a newly graduated BEC student, would you prefer continuing education in the secondary sector, vocational or technical sector, or apprenticeship?
In the secondary sector.
What is your reason?
My reason is that in the secondary sector, that's where we get to experience life itself. There are different kinds of people over there, so at least when I go there, I'm going to learn so much from that place and come out before I can go into anything new.
Okay, you understand that secondary is full of theory,
It's full of theory.
and then vocational and technical is full of practicals and theory. But apprenticeship is only practicals.
I get that although, but in the secondary school, if you get to understand the theory, you're able to apply the practicals. That's the whole thing.
But you wouldn't have any experience in the practicals. You are just reading books.
I'm just reading books, but you're acquiring the knowledge out of it. When you come out, you see, in the vocational schools, you practice it daily, right? So it becomes part of you. Yes, it's something that it's on your fingertips. But in the secondary school, you study it, you have time for it, you sweat for it. So when you're done and you come out and then you go into apprenticeship, it's easy for you to apply everything because you've already studied it. But those who go into vocational, they've not studied it. They just go into it so that they learn something about what they want to do. But in the secondary school, you study about it before you come out.
Okay, with vocational, you said they've not studied. They do study it because practical and theory. So looking at the time frame of going to secondary school, coming back to apprenticeship, you see, is it not like tiring?
Every good thing takes time.
I agree on that. Every good thing takes time. So, okay, I understand from your point of view. And so, what course will you be offering?
Science.
Then it's good to go for secondary institutions. Okay. Without wasting much time, would you want to say anything to Martinet International School, your juniors or something?
What I like to tell them is that they have to keep their heads up. They have to study really hard. The BC, it's not a joke. They have to really be serious. They have to be very serious. That's what I have to tell them.
So Bismarck is saying BEC is not a joke and it will never be a joke. We all did it and you can also do it. Okay, so aside that, do you have anything for your teachers? Because I'm sure they've done a good job on you.
Yeah, for my teachers, I'd like to thank our proprietor, Sir Richard, and the headmaster, Sir Farouk. And I also like to thank my maths teacher. They've all done so much in my life and I'm grateful for it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll allow Bismarck to greet his lovers, his friends and family before we get off the set.
Alright, I would like to greet my mom, my grandma. I pray that you all be safe. Okay, thank you.
Okay, So I still remain your main man of the day, Dark Knight. Keep watching CCAMS TV's Daily Issue. They will name Martinet International School in Kolane to Chunko. Mafa BC or more training and one sense. I'm at the two there. Mako about CCAMS TV. TV be able to get. Once wife come. Now we didn't say. Okay. And the Martinet International School. Kahun sem kakra training.
Okay. Martinet School be a addition kwa. You keep cry.
Mundi agro. Oh, we can no play makes Jack a dog boy. And I'm with the dog boys and girls.
Yeah, the lyrics working more than play.
Okay.
That's Martinet International.
That's Martinet International School. And the BC nature in a home sense, I'm saying.
BC, you tell one say no, Omuka say, you by your culture in there, easy craft fala.
Then a man easy man.
Because no stress and you're doing some vigilators very straight kakra, but even though no more straight, no, then shedding here, then I dream.
Okay. Indeed, the free teacher for being vigilator, so I won't get out with the answer.
Okay. Ne, okay, kakra, just that once in a while, be no more straight pan. You know, okay.
It's also to say DNA for Baho. Then a more by.
Okay. We'll say every year be a policy. Into this year, so almost soon. Into almost every school, checking the air course or classrooms into almost by home. Now you're through at first, but almost coming down saying, and should I know?
The upon Omunya. Omunya Bakokra. Teacher will vigilator of students Omunya Pobia. Okay. And see, my church for now, how did they prepare you towards the BC?
Preparing the near to say soldiers a yako battle. That's just say no joking, Charlie.
Giddy. That's it. Okay, see, all we need to say, you tell you Jumaye, a dose of Ghana, into we are school for free. We person will be called Juma. We call Cushions and Juma, and also we go vocational and technical school and ACHS. Now we do an friend SS.
Okay. ACHS na
we go ACHS, we go SS. So bounce them my SS. I didn't know we go SS.
Okay, person ko increasing my knowledge. So that the person your future and baby mama.
And then our person on your future.
Okay, person neurosurgeon.
And you course then out there.
Science.
And you said you be me another be my come another be meeting go. I say I meet me young to be. Okay. And to see this your person in neurosurgeon. No, because in the school ben our person won't come.
Okay, every girls.
Okay, that is nice. Seeing the answer ever source in person who can be Martinet International School juniors.
Okay. The person make a chair form 2 no. Any the whole junior say, Mom when you're scared will be singing. Should I miss something difficult? The money answer also will see and no pass.
You come Martinet and come the pass.
Oh,
there's one come Martinet and
99%.
99%. Okay. That's yes. I feel some men will catch our church for.
Okay. Person me da. English teacher Mr. Nkansa say and my math teacher Sir Francis say wabwa nama it's actual exams no and Mr. Farouk my headmaster say all homa in Divya obi anyhow obeja ne busia ho ani ya beda was school and proprietor say osi school nankasa like one my institution it's that was
okay. I think you beat me out of one your phone.
Okay. My classmates say you go film, you go see you say you next level. And per se me share me juniors and say muko swansi and now you say.
Okay, I hear for Cindy work on from Martinet International School. So call home Kwadia Ubicha. Now make house you made the Ngoni catering services. And the great boogie media no Mosoya sing by the Bremo. Because I see come to media and Dark Night.